What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. I figured I would go over how I organize things because organization is really important when you're dealing with literally tens of thousands of different SKUs of cards. And even though you have seen the riffraff and the stuff that's just lying around, I'm actually in the middle of doing possibly my last return invoice here for direct. I don't know yet, still kind of thinking it over. But I figured I would go through how I sort things, how I alphabetize them, for those of you who are alpha sort lifelongs like myself, and then just kind of chat along the way. So before I get into showing you how I do that, if you don't know who I am, my name is Bronzgod and I sell trading cards on Tcgplayer and eBay. We have been averaging about $40,000 a year in sales, mostly in bulk, but we are looking to ramp that up in the back half of this year. In addition to that, we do have two other channels, one for me losing weight, which we had a pretty big week this week. I don't want to spoil it, but we lost over 5 pounds. Go check it out. We also have a gaming channel. And then we have, other stuff. Anyway, I don't know why I just mind blinked. So follow channels, do all the stuff, hit the bells, da-da-da-da-da. So I am in the middle of my last return invoice. Now, I am a big, obviously everything's in alphabetical order here. For some reason, they're usually in set release order, but they've been coming out in like reverse set order, and I'm not really sure why. It's actually kind of annoying. There's no real button that you can press. Like when you print out your regular invoices on Tcgplayer, you can do it in alpha and you can do it in, I don't remember what the other one is called, but it's basically alpha, sets in alphabetical order or sets in chronological order. But with direct, it just gives you the invoice. So I'm not really sure how you do that. But for the most part, with Magic, I have everything in set order, kind of. Now, I did mess up some of these, but, so we got like Konzatark here, then we got Fate Reforged, Dragons of Tark here, Magic Origins, Battle for Zendikar, Oath of the Gatewatch, Shadows over Innistrad, and I'm slowly weaving sets in there. I actually just did this whole, I've been doing like 100, 200 cards at a time. So I have to weave those in, but those are all just different sets that are all never mint. A couple piles here. I've been busy, man. I've got all these sets here. Some of this is light play, but this is all near mint, all sets of various kinds. So those get all woven in. Now you don't have to necessarily do it in chronological order. I did it because I was in direct, or I am in direct. Even if I wasn't in direct, I would still be doing it in set order chronologically and then alphabetized within the set. So this is a big box of our foundation stuff that we've done. We've probably done like 3 or 4 openings at this point, and as you can tell, Gravedigger, we've got Grim Guy, you've got Ground Swell, you've got, so everything's in alphabetical order. I don't think alpha sorting is ever going to not be a thing. But it just makes it easy. You can just flip right through. It's a little more of a front load when you're dealing with time. But for me, because it makes me happy, knowing that everything is there in alphabetical order. If I alphabetize something, it's usually pretty easy to locate the missing card. Sometimes your, AC might be like, if I have an Abrade and I have a Adept's Reckoning or whatever the card is called, sometimes they'll be flip-flopped. If you grab a stack of cards, you usually find what you need. It's very hard to mess that up, and when you do, it's usually pretty easy to fix. Pokemon, same kind of thing. We are rebuilding the Pokemon wall. As I was discussing, we are going to be getting back to listing everything in a certain extent, but not like crazy as we were before. Although it might get crazy. I've honestly been thinking of doing what I did last time, which was just list everything. And then once I get to like a certain inventory threshold, then just tear it all down, or like every 3 or 6 months. And this is one of the big reasons I don't like chaos sorting is auditing. I'm really trying to get in the habit this time around that every month or every week, I audit like one row a box and just weave my way through to make sure everything's the way it needs to be, because you know, you're gonna miss ship cards. If you miss ship cards or forget to make that correction, then you're gonna have some ghost inventory. Someone will order that card, you're not gonna have it. You're gonna potentially make someone very unhappy. You have to refund all that stuff. So making sure that everything is in line is important. And I can't even imagine trying to do that with chaos sorting. If you make a mistake, so let's get, so for example, we've got, let's see, we did some work this weekend. So we got Chaos Rising, Perfect Order, Ascended Heroes. I need to get an actual label maker. This is Phantasmal Flames, Mega Evolution. I don't know what set's supposed to go there. I think this is Destined Rivals. Destined Rivals? No. Black, White, Destined Rivals. So it all goes up and it's going to go back in chronological order. And then again within the set. So I ran out of boxes. I was talking about it before. I've got all these shells and I have no rows for them. So I'm waiting for more to come in. But for the Pokemon stuff, what I do is all the regular stuff. This is all the regular commons and uncommons, all in alphabetical order. Abra, Boss's Orders, Celebi, boom. That's all the regular commons and uncommons, foom, foom, foom. Then I have the reverse hollows, again, all in alphabetical order, even though those slipped. I need to get some dividers for these rows here. And I need another light. I need to get a light for this apartment. Jeez Louise. Anyway, so this is all alphabetical order. Force of Vitality, whatever that guy is, Gumshoes, boom, boom, boom. And then I have the hollow rares separate. Now, normally, I would have the hollow rares and the reverse rares either in their own box or they would share a box separate from those. You can, and I got in a lot of trouble doing this, you can like do, let's say Abra for example, you could do Abra, then the reverse hollows behind it, and then so on and so forth, and weave everything in. But I find that it's really easy to pick the wrong copy or the wrong version, so having those separated, the fewest points of failure is the name of the game. So there's another reason why I prefer alpha sorting. Again, if you screw something up in chaos sorting, not that I know for 100% because I've never done it, but I imagine if you make a wrong pull or you accidentally put the wrong thing somewhere, it's lost unless you want to spend hours trying to find it. So at least this case, there's been times where, you know, a reverse hollow is with the commons and uncommons, the regular ones, or a regular common uncommon sneaks in with the reverses. It's really easy to find that out, fix it, correct it, go forward. And it makes it easier for sorting too, because you'll always have those cards in the same order. This weekend, I think we're going to start doing Tcgplayer updates on a different day as the eBay updates. But between Chaos Rising, Perfect Order, Ascended Heroes, and I think Mega Evolution, I think we re-uploaded about 10 to 15,000 cards. But Tcgplayer is being a bunch of knuckleheads. And their staged inventory tab, especially for Magic, has been completely hosed for the last week. I've been having a little bit of a rough time with the Pokemon stuff as well. Let me know if you guys have had that same issue. But it's a giant PIA. Same thing with all this stuff. I've shown this box off before that I've still ignored, which we're going to try to do this week. This is all base sets, so near mint, light play, moderate play, heavy play, damage. I don't normally do any other conditions for any of the other modern stuff because it's whatever. Maybe light play for some like playables and stuff. But typically for the modern stuff, like if I buy a bunch of bulk and there's some like slightly ding cards or moderate play, light play cards, I'll actually set those aside and just throw them in a box. And then when it gets time to like for Halloween or Christmas or whatever, I'll just package them up to give to stores to hand out. Or in the last couple of years, I've actually made some Facebook posts where it's like, hey, I got some free Pokemon cards. If you guys, you know, someone's strapped, get rid of those, because I'm not gonna condition thousands of cards to make a dime. I myself have my own limits on what I'm willing to do, and that's one of them. So modern stuff, no. Old stuff, yes, because obviously old stuff. And then it's basically much it. There's really not much to it. It does take a lot of upfront time to do, but as you've heard me say 1,000 times, for me, it's worth it. And let me know in the comments, how do you sort your cards? Do you think you could be doing something better? Do you alpha sort? Do you chaos sort? Have you had successes and failures with either? I would love to hear your input. And if you have any ideas for me, do I have anything wrong? Do I have anything right? Would you be doing something different other than chaos sorting? And then go from there. I actually am getting close to needing to get another one of these shelves. So when I do, we'll build one of those bad boys so you can see how it gets put together. It's pretty seamless. So appreciate you guys very much. We will see you in the next one. I hope you liked, and have a good day.